Okay, picture this. You're getting on a plane, you find your seat, you stow your bag, and you settle in for the flight. Everything around you, the seat, the lights, the materials, it all feels solid, safe, and clean. But have you ever stopped to think about who makes it all that way? Well, we're diving into an awesome article from Rob Kennedy's AvGeek in Residence series, which is all about shining a spotlight on these unsung experts of aviation. And trust me, today's expert is someone whose work you have absolutely relied on. Right? We always see the pilots, we see the flight attendants, but there is this whole hidden army of experts who make a flight even possible. And their most important work is done long before you ever step on board. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of those key roles. This is a specialist who has to perfectly balance passenger comfort and really fine craftsmanship with, and this is the big one, critical safety compliance. Their work is literally all around you in the cabin, but they themselves are almost completely invisible to the flying public.
So let's get into it. Section 1, Craft, Comfort, and Compliance. What in the world does an aircraft interior technician actually do? Let's break it down.
Here's the job in a nutshell. The aircraft interior technician. This isn't just a handyman role. It's a certified job that combines the skills of a mechanic, a craftsman, and a safety inspector all rolled into one. You can really think of them as the guardians of the passenger cabin.
So first up is the stuff you see and touch, the cabin systems. We're talking about the seat you're sitting in, that tray table you flip down, the overhead bin you wrestle your carry-on into, even the lavatories, the galleys, the carpets, and the lighting. If it moves, clicks, or lights up inside that cabin, an aircraft interior technician, or AIT, is responsible for making sure it works.
But, and this is so important, their job goes way beyond just comfort. These technicians are solely responsible for maintaining the life-saving equipment. That means your seatbelt, the oxygen mask that drops down, the life vest under your seat. It all has to be in absolutely perfect working order. And these are the pros who guarantee it, no exceptions. And then, there's the craftsmanship side of the job. This is where it gets really cool. It's not just about mechanics, it's about aesthetics. Especially in premium cabins or on private jets, they're doing incredibly high-end cosmetic work. We're talking replacing the leather on a first-class seat, refinishing custom cabinetry, making sure every surface is flawless. The level of detail is just incredible. So, with all that to do, how do they decide what to fix first? Well, safety is always number one, no question. A broken seatbelt in economy will always get fixed before cosmetic scuff in first class. But, and this is a really key point, functional issues in those premium cabins are a very close second. Airlines know that when a customer pays thousands of dollars for a ticket, they expect every single feature of that seat to work perfectly. All right, Section 2, more than just a seat. See, this job is about so much more than just fixing a wobbly tray table. It's about non-negotiable safety regulations, and that's exactly why it is a certified profession. Every single component inside an aircraft cabin goes through some absolutely brutal testing. Seats have to be able to withstand immense crash forces. The materials used in the walls, the galleys, the lavatories, they all have to be fire-resistant. And nothing, I mean nothing, gets installed or repaired without being signed off by a certified technician and approved by big-time regulators like the FAA in the US or ESA in Europe. And if you want a perfect real-world example of just how serious this is, look no further than Lufthansa. A little while back, they designed this fantastic new business-class seat called Allegris for their brand-new Dreamliners. The problem? The planes literally could not fly with passengers until those new seats passed every single safety and certification test. And the stakes here are just enormous. That delay in getting those seats certified meant that a brand new $250 million jet was just sitting on the ground, not making any money. That is the power and importance of cabin certification. It can literally ground an entire fleet. It all comes down to this super methodical, really rigorous process. It starts with the design, then it goes through those intense safety tests, then it has to get approval from the regulators, and only then, at the very end of that long road, can a certified technician actually install the part and sign off that the aircraft is ready to fly. Okay, Section 3, a career in the cabin. So now that we know the what's and the why of this job, let's talk about the who, the where, and of course, the how much. These technicians work in a few different kinds of places. They might be with an airline, doing the day-to-day maintenance right at the airport gate. Or they could be in these massive MRO facilities. That stands for maintenance, repair, and overhaul, where they're doing complete cabin retrofits. And then there are the completion centers, where they're building out the incredible, custom interiors of brand new luxury jets. As you can imagine, the pay often changes based on the type of work. Airline jobs are steady for sure, but the higher pay and more specialized work is usually found in the MROs, and especially at the very top end, customizing corporate jets, where the quality standards are just out of this world.
So you might be thinking, who is a good fit for a career like this? Well, it turns out it's a perfect transition for people who already have hands-on skills from other trades. If you're an expert in upholstery, carpentry, or even working on high-end car or yacht interiors, your skills are directly transferable into this growing aviation field.
And the job security? It's really strong. Airlines are constantly upgrading their cabins to stay competitive, you know? And the market for private and corporate jets is absolutely booming. All of that means there is a huge, global demand for these skilled interior technicians.
The cool thing is, the career path is really clear and structured. You can start out as a technician, and with experience, you progress up to a senior and then a lead mechanic role, and you can eventually even supervise an entire interior shop. It's a real career with a lot of potential for growth.
All right, let's bring this all together in our final section, your flight's unsung hero. Because the next time you step onto a plane, I promise you're going to have a completely new perspective.
You know, this quote from the article really just says it all, doesn't it? Every click, every latch, every light has been checked, maintained, and certified by one of these unsung heroes. They are a fundamental, absolutely non-negotiable part of aviation safety.
And ultimately, I think this is a great reminder that our modern world is just built and maintained by these invisible experts whose amazing skills make our lives possible. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other vital experts are out there, hiding in plain sight?